All right, man, listen. I came to you guys earlier with a crystal preset video explaining how the crystal presets work. Since then, me and my friends have actually figured out the best min-max builds for PvE, and I'm going to be showing you what I use on my Wusa. My friend Some Guy helped me figure this out on garmoth.com, and today I will be showing you guys how to do that. If you watched the video earlier about crystal preset slots, then you understand how crystal preset slots work and what they are. If you don't know about that, make sure you go and watch my previous video. In this video, I will be showing you exactly what I use for PvE and how I've greatly increased my damage fighting monsters. So the first thing that you're gonna wanna do is you wanna go to garmoth.com, and from here you wanna go to Gear Planner. After you get to your Gear Planner, what you wanna do is click on your character, and you wanna make sure that you put in your specific build. So your AP, your DP, whatever artifacts you're using with the artifact set. As you can see, you can no longer put in crystals into your actual gear slots. Instead, you have the crystals over here. You don't need to do that for this. If you wanna check out your stats, you can, but I will show you exactly how to figure out which best crystals to use. The other important thing that you're gonna wanna do is put in all your passives for Succession or Awakening, enable all of your guild passives. Make sure you also go down to stats, go to Gear Builder, go to journals, enable all your journals. Also enable any buffs that you're gonna use for PvE. So I use Villa, I'm going to use Simple Cron Meal. So let me go ahead and actually re-edit this because I believe that this is exquisite. So yes, we're gonna find the Simple Cron Meal, save that. We can turn off this exquisite. And there we go. So we are running Villa, Spirit Perfume, Frenzy Drought, both church buffs with Simple Cron Meal. And then I can go ahead and you're gonna wanna save that. From there, what you wanna do is figure out your PvE hit rate. So right now, as you can see, I have a 68.5% hit rate for where I grind currently being Underground Gyfin. And we wanna increase that based on all of our additional accuracy, which will be from crystals, your skill add-on accuracy, which will be from your skill add-ons, your on-skill accuracy, which is your skill based accuracy that's already on your skills, and then if you have an evasion rate debuff. So to figure out what your on-skill accuracy is, you're gonna figure out what your actual combo is. So my combo starts with Absolute Fan Down, so that's gonna be 7% accuracy rate. Fan Kick is my next skill, so that's 8%. After that, we use Cloud Carve, which is 13%. After that, we're gonna use this skill, Prime Bamboo, which is going to be 12%. After that, we use Orchard, which is 15%. From there, we use Wing Beat, which is going to be another 15%. After that, we use this skill, Prime Sangoon. This is going to give us 12%. Plume is going to give us 14%. Kaleidoscope Swirl gives us 9%, and our last skill, Stormfall, is going to give us another 15%. Now, all those percentages averaged out gives us 11% average accuracy on skill, so we can add 11 there. From there, our skill add-on accuracy is basically 4%, and now that's going to be what you have on your skill add-on. So as you can see right here, all accuracy rate plus 4%. All evasion rate debuff for the mobs is gonna be minus 4%, so we can add that here for evasion rate debuff. And just with that, we're sitting at 87.5% for Gyfin Underground. Now, we wanna get as close to 100% as we can while still maximizing damage with AP. So what we wanna do for our additional accuracy is we're going to just basically add in one Viper, which would give us 20 accuracy, and that's going to give us about 92.5% accuracy at Underground Gyfin, which is pretty good. I barely miss, maybe like one or two skills I'll miss, but other than that, I rarely ever miss, so I'm hitting really hard. Normally for my full combo, what I would do for my full combo on my Wusa, I would go through my whole combo, which would look like this. And then these 4 skills. Last skill would be this skill right here, Stormfall. And then from there, I would normally have to do like another like 3 skills in order to kill the mob pack. But now I don't have to do the extra 3 skills at the end. I just end off on Stormfall and all the mobs die. So I do 1 full skill rotation and kill everything now instead of having to do the extra 3 skills at the end. So my damage has greatly increased just with the crystal setup. So now once you figure out the actual accuracy that you need to get as close to 100% that you can be, I'd say around like anywhere between like 88 and 95%, or 85 to like 95% hit rate is gonna be pretty good for wherever you're grinding. So basically now if I go to my crystal setup, I can set up the rest of the crystals to maximize my damage. So right now for PvE, the best setup that you can possibly run for what I'm running is going to be basically 7 flames of power. So these are going to give you 5 AP. Right now I only have 5. So to make up the 2 that I'm missing, I'm running 2 McClouds. This is going to give me 2 set, all AP plus 5, max stam, and accuracy. So I'm missing 5 AP by not having 7 of these, but they're all sold out on the market, so I'm running 2 McClouds. You're going to want to run 2 Rebellious. This is going to give you HP, AP against monsters, and skill XP. I only have 1, but I can also run a Black Spirit Crystal, which is going to give me HP and AP until I get another Rebellious. This is going to be what I have that's best in slot. You're going to want to run 2 Ocrods. This is going to give you accuracy, extra damage to monsters, and attack and casting speed. I have the Oculus ones because I do not have the PvE ones because they are sold out. So until then, I'm running these. These are going to give you the extra attack and casting speed, which is really, really important. And also that monster damage is going to help a lot out in PvE. And having the 2% attack and casting speed stacked on top of the 5% from Bell is going to give you 7%, which is going to be extremely nice for PvE. Other than that, I have the 1 Viper, and then you also want to make sure that you're having corrupted crystals. These are still best in slot. 2 of these is going to give you 20% critical hit damage plus the 2% for having the 2 crystal slot. So that's 22% critical hit damage. So if you're running, Spirit Perfume Elixir and you have 5 critical hit, max crit, basically every attack that you're going to do is going to crit, especially if you're having Death Blow. Now, all that damage from Death Blow, on top of all the damage from the corrupted crystals, that's going to give you a ton of extra damage. So altogether, best in slot for PvE based on whatever class you're using. Certain classes like Zerk, you don't really need the accuracy because you have certain skills that's going to buff your accuracy. But for me, this is what's best in slot for Wusa. So again, that's going to be 7 flames. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then it would be 6 and 7. 2 Ocrods, which would be the purple glorious crystals. 2 Rebellious with 2 corrupted, and 1 Jinn Viper. Now say for example, I wanted to go and grind Olu. So I would probably want more than 68%. So I could rock another Viper that would put me at 73, but I'd probably still want more. So then I could probably rock 2 Elcars. So that would put me at 64. So then I'd have about 80% to grind Oluns, and that would be pretty good for Oluns. So then I would drop 2 of these McClouds and a flame. So I would do another Viper, and then I would rock 2 Elcars, and that would be what I would need to grind Oluns, and that's going to give me about 79%. I would probably use the same build for Ash Forest for 90%. Now, if you're trying to grind like Crypt or something super endgame, you're going to need a lot more accuracy than that, and you're also going to need like accuracy accessories, but that's something that's super endgame. For right now, as you can see with this setup, I don't need all those extra accuracy crystals. I'm at 103% for Gyphon, so I'm gonna go ahead and drop, the Elcars, put back on the flames. So go ahead and grab the flame, put on the McClouds for the extra AP, and we are sitting good. So I hope this was able to help you figure out what's best to run for PvE. Make sure you definitely go over to garmoth.com. I will leave the link in the description. Make a build, go to the PvE hit rate calculator. Make sure you have all your buffs, your journals, your stats, all good to go, your artifacts. And based on what you want to run, make sure you go and figure out what your hit rate is based on where you want to grind. Hopefully this was able to help you figure out how to best maximize your build. Remember to leave any comments in the description down below or under the description if you need help figuring out anything. Other than that, the last thing that I would say is If you want to remove crystals, remember you just right click on them and you can add in another crystal without deleting them. Now, if you want to remove crystals from your bag, if you remove it, it's going to delete it. If you want to actually remove it while saving it, you need to make an item extraction tool, which is going to be created using 100 iron. 100 iron, I believe they are called, I just looked this up a minute ago and I already forget. So these right here, 100 iron pure crystals, and then 10 of the item over here, which you would get from melting black spirit crystals, which would be, I don't even have any, but 10 of the, do you know what they're called? Any of you guys know what they're called from melting black spirit crystals?
Magic crystal shards.
Magic crystal shards. So 10 magic crystal shards and 100 of the iron crystals will give you an item extraction tool, and that's how you can remove crystals from your bag. Other than that, that's all I have for you. If you have any questions, again, leave them in the comment section down below. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Until next time, it's been your boy Slushy. Peace.